How's Jakarta treating you?
It has been wonderful. Got here last night, had some friends who own a pedal company here.
Wow.
Take me out to a nice meal, some nice Indonesian food. Everybody here from Java Jazz has been taking care of us. It's been really wonderful. It was a pancake with cheese and sprinkles.
It's like
Starts with an M.
dessert. Oh, I actually don't know. Oh,
Martabak.
Oh
Martabak.
my God.
Yes.
That's a great selection. As a musician, you always get ideas from everywhere, of course, right?
Yes.
And what is the most unusual or weirdest thing or place that you've got your inspiration for a song from?
That is a great question. And then one day I got home from school. My mom said, go up to your room. There's something in your closet. And I went in my closet, and there was a white Fender jazz bass that's still my main bass guitar today that was there in the closet. And I actually cried.
And also, so your mom is also your biggest supporter?
I guess, yeah. My mom and my dad. My dad has been a big supporter as well, and he's always really encouraged me to go for music. You know, a lot of people's parents say, oh, you should maybe have a backup career, that sort of thing. It's been the opposite with my parents. They've always really encouraged me to go for it.
Hi everyone, welcome to Event Talks with me, Gabby here. And right now, I'm with a special guest today who's going to be performing at Java Jazz Festival 2023. You're not gonna believe it. It's the one and only Cory Wong.
Hey.
Yay! How are you?
I'm doing great. I am wonderful. How are you doing?
Great.
Good.
How's Jakarta treating you?
It has been wonderful. Got here last night, had some friends who own a pedal company here.
Wow.
Take me out to a nice meal, some nice Indonesian food. Everybody here from Java Jazz has been taking care of us. It's been really wonderful.
I was actually gonna ask you about have you eaten any Indonesian food? So I guess you did, and what
Yes.
did you try?
We had a bunch of things that were skewers, satay, and we had a nice fish that was prepared. You know, I didn't look at the menu. They just said, we're going to order you a bunch of stuff.
The recommended ones.
Yes, and then there was this thing at the end. I was told that there's a dessert that you only really ever order at midnight, but he somehow was able to get it early at 10 o'clock, and it was like it was a pancake with cheese and sprinkles.
It's like
Starts with an M.
Dessert. Oh, I actually don't know. Oh,
Martabak.
Oh
Martabak.
my God.
Yes.
That's a great selection.
Yes.
Because I was about to recommend you satay. You actually have to try pisang goreng.
What is that?
It's actually a banana, and then
Okay.
you can like fry it with flour.
Okay.
It's kind of sweet. It's a dessert.
Great.
So talking about Indonesian food, so you love the food?
Yes.
How much would you rate it from 1 to 10?
The food that I had was a 10.
Wow.
Yeah, the food that I had was a 10. That being said, I was brought to a spot that I was assured would be a 10.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Of course,
know.
it's gonna be a 10.
yeah.
So speaking of your Instagram story, I saw your story this morning. Actually, I listened to your music this morning.
Great.
It always lifts my mood.
Thanks.
And I saw your story. You post about the cable configurations in Bangkok. It was so funny.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I also saw a post about your smoke show song.
Yeah.
That was actually the chord was at the gate of Bangkok Airport.
Yes, an F over G. Yeah, a G sus.
It's kind of interesting. Can you tell us a story about that?
Well, my brain is always in music mode. Imagine that. So when I see things like F/G, I think of a chord, F over G. You know, an F triad with G in the bass, which is a G sus chord. D/E, which is a D triad with an E in the bass, an E sus chord. So my mind is always going in these things, and then I hear them when I see them. And I just think about, I have song association with those. So there was a song in particular called Smoke Show, which is off an album I have called Wong's Cafe. And that song was all based on an F over G chord.
Wow. As a musician, you always get ideas from everywhere, of course, right?
Yes.
And what is the most unusual or weirdest thing or place that you've got your inspiration for a song from?
That is a great question. the weirdest place.
Or a thing?
I don't know. Honestly, I will just think of songs randomly out of nowhere, or sometimes like an animal will do a thing, and it makes me think of like, oh, that's interesting, the way that this snake just moved through the ground, where they went.
It translates into a beat.
Yeah, or like some sort of rhythmic figure, or sometimes I'll think about tone colors. So for a while, I was studying Monet paintings and his Gardens in Giverny series, where the Japanese gardens with the lily pads and the Japanese bridge, and how he did this exact same motif over and over, but he painted them in the spring and then in the fall. And I was thinking, it's the same exact motif, but it's just with different tone color, and it's with different levels of definition, different attack, different sustain or reverb on it. You know, I was looking at these paintings, thinking about musical ways where I could play one musical phrase, but I could phrase it differently, or I could use different tone color. I could use my fingers instead of a pick. I could use reverb. I could use delay. I could add flanger or phaser to it. I could use distortion. So all these different things where I'll draw inspiration from visual art or some sort of landscape to get ideas to continue to deepen my creativity.
I see. And also, speaking of music, you as a world-class guitarist and bassist, of course, you ever had your first guitar, right?
Yes.
When did you get it, or how much did it cost? We're so curious about it.
I actually started on the bass guitar. And I was such a fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers and Primus and Green Day as a middle school kid. And those bands are very bass guitar heavy. So I wanted to play the bass guitar. That was the instrument that seemed most interesting to me. And I had begged and begged my parents, can I get a bass guitar? Can I get a bass guitar? Kind of no real, real thought that it would actually happen anytime soon. And then one day I got home from school. My mom said, go up to your room. There's something in your closet. And I went in my closet, and there was a white Fender Jazz bass that's still my main bass guitar today, that was there in the closet. And I actually cried. And I was so excited. And I picked it up and was just so thrilled to finally have this instrument that I could do my thing on. Yeah.
And also, so your mom is also your biggest supporter.
I guess, yeah, my mom and my dad. My dad has been a big supporter as well, and he's always really encouraged me to go for music. You know, a lot of people's parents say, oh, you should maybe have a backup career, that sort of thing. It's been the opposite with my parents. They've always really encouraged me to go for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And also, as a world-class guitarist, of course, you've traveled so many countries, cities to perform, right?
Yeah.
Is there any countries or cities that is an unforgettable performance there?
I think a lot of it has to do with the audiences. Sometimes it's the venues. Obviously, there's been a lot of bucket list venues that I've played at. There's a place just outside of Denver, Colorado, called Red Rocks, where it's a natural amphitheater set inside these beautiful red rocks, and it's this mountainous region. There's, the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden, is incredible place to play just because of the reverence that it is. There's a place called Paradiso in Amsterdam, which is kind of a famed venue, and there's a bunch of iconic records that have been recorded there, or live things that have happened there that I've watched. So it's just some of those sort of venues that I've held a reverence for have been quite an accomplishment to be able to play myself.
I see. And after Jakarta, where is the next destination for your tour?
I'm going home for a little bit.
Oh, you're going to rest first.
Yeah, I gotta go rest a little bit. I have, if you really want to know, I have some hockey lessons. I'm taking lessons in hockey. I have a couple professional hockey players that are giving me some hockey lessons, and I'm just getting ready for this album that I'm about to release. I just finished the album, and then also preparing for, there's a festival in the U.S. called Bonnaroo. That's our next show after this.
On also June or July?
In June, yeah.
Oh, in June.
Yeah, just in a couple weeks.
Soon, yeah. That's exciting, but I guess that's almost all. But before that, we're gonna play a game.
I'm here for it.
That's called So I'm gonna show you a couple of pictures.
Are you showing me sheet music and I have to guess what it is?
It's you have to guess the title of the song
Okay.
because from the picture. So the first picture is this one. This one. Can you
Look at Me,
look at me? Yes, of course it's his song, guys.
the newest single. Yes.
1 point, and then the next one is this one. Ta-da! It's like
Yeah. Locations.
I'm gonna give you a hint. It's something with a question mark. Mystery.
Is this? What is it? I don't know.
It's Location Unknown from Han.
Oh. Yeah. Song Unknown.
And we have Song Unknown. And the last one is the third one. This song title is A Color.
Yellow Heart. Yellow Love. Daisy Love.
It's yellow without the heart.
Oh.
It's yellow.
Coldplay.
You got it
Yellow.
right.
Yeah.
So I guess that was all of the questions, and the last one, I guess you have. Do you have some greetings you want to say to your fans that are here tonight to watch you?
Thank you so much for being here. It has been a long time coming. I'm very excited to be here. I'm so excited that I've had such a warm welcome from many of you, and I hope this is just the first of very many shows that we do here.
Yay! Thank you so much, Cory
Yes.
Wong. It's an honor to meet you and get to talk to you in
You too.
person.
Thanks, Gabby. Yeah.
Best of luck for tonight's performance.
Thank you.